First trip cleared, the dog went all the way around the pillar! Tense does it again!
The VCT Americas Kickoff 2025 is here, and it's time to put my pick'em predictions to the test. Who's going all the way? Let's find out. What's up everyone, my name's Dave, and today we're going to be breaking down my pick'ems for the VCT Americas 2025 Kickoff Tournament. Think you can outsmart me? Drop your bracket in the comments below and we'll see who's got the best picks. Before we get into it, please hit that like and subscribe button as it helps me grow the channel and continue to make more Valorant content for you guys. And without further ado, let's dive into my pick'ems. All right, here we are. We're on VLR. We got our bracket up for the Americas Kickoff. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna try and do this as unbiased as possible. Last year, I was a big Sentinels lover, huge TENS fan, heckin' love TENS. This year, I'm going in kind of without a favorite team. I'm looking at Crew and really liking what they've done forever, and Esnit's kind of like the Latino GOAT. So it might be Crew. I still love that Sentinels core that stuck around. G2's looking good, obviously. MIBR with Aspas now. Who knows when he's happy with his pals playing. So yeah, we'll see. NRG, obviously, with who they built around Finesse and Som, they're going to look cracked. So let's see here. I'm going to try and do this as unbiased as possible. We'll see what happens. Evil Genius is loud. Obviously, the headline here is going to be that Ye is back in Americas, back in VCT playing. Super pumped for that. Loud has one of my favorite players, and just because of his style and the way he carries himself, Pancata, I think is dope. With that being said, though, I don't think you can beat out El Diablo here in round one. I got Evil Geniuses winning that one. MIBR 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves have been a little disappointing, always. With Bang leaving too. Bang was probably my favorite player there. And MIBR bringing in Aspas. I think MIBR takes that one. Now, NRG Cloud9, I'm gonna be honest, I'm the biggest Cloud9 hater. I hate Cloud9, Valorant at least, because of just their moves with how they cut Ye right before the season started last year, and then this year having a great tournament with Rossi, and then cutting Rossi, and then cutting Moose right before the season starts. It just doesn't go well for me. That aside, NRG is just gonna be a better team. So easy win there, I think, for NRG, no question. 2Game Esports and Furia. I honestly don't know much about 2Game Esports. Obviously they won the Ascension tournament, beat out M80. I thought M80 was going to win that. Oh well. Furia is supposed to be looking a little bit better this year. I'm honestly not too invested in Furia either. This one would be awesome, I think, if 2Game Esports did win, but I think coming from Ascension into VCT is just going to be a little tough for them. I got Furia winning this one. Let's go ahead, do the upper quarters. Crew and EG. Now this one's an interesting game because I don't know if Crew is going to have their full roster in time for this game. That being said, they might have to play with a sub just because of visa issues. It's going to be a good game either way. I love Ye, El Diablo, but yeah, I said I'd go unbiased. I really am loving Crew, but if they don't have their whole roster and you got Ye on the other team, I might just go Evil Geniuses here. Now, Sen MIBR, this is going to be a banger of a match. You know, we got Aspas, arguably the greatest to ever play the game of Valorant up until this point. You got Sentinels, who came off a great year last year, but lost 2 veterans in the esports scene. And it could go either way. But I do think that Sentinels are going to win this one. Aspas is great. I don't think he's going to beat Sen here. Now, G2 NRG, this is probably going to be like the best game of these 4 games. This one's going to be crazy because G2, we're already looking solid. Upgraded in their pick up of Jogamo. They're just going to be cracked. I can already tell. And you have like arguably the best IGL in Valen. It's going to be awesome. NRG, the other arguably best IGL in Finesse. He's like a little more seasoned, a little bit more of a veteran. That being said, I think Som is just an incredible player as well. Yeah, I think I got NRG in this one. I just think it's going to be an IGL diff. Both IGLs are great, but I think Finesse is just going to be a little bit better. Now, Lev Furia. Lev obviously lost Aspas. They've created a real just international roster. They do have Demon 1 now, kind of to try and replace Aspas. They brought in a tank from Gentlemates. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm not too in on Furia right now. I think I'm going to give it to Lev. That's where we're at on that. Let's go down to this lower round here. Let's take a look. We got a battle of the Brazilian squads here in Furia and Loud. Once again, not huge on Furia. I think I got to give this one to Loud, even though they do have a new core. Just lost Sadak over to Carmine core. I think I got Loud here. G2 100 Thieves. Like I said, 100 Thieves just hasn't been performing as anybody thought they would. I know there are a lot of fan favorites because of like the branding they do. You know, they got Nate Shaw as their founder. Really cool content creators. Yeah, G2 wins this one easy though. 100 Thieves is out. MIBR Cloud9. Yeah, I'm a big Cloud9 hater. Once again, even if it wasn't for that though, I don't think there's a shot that they beat MIBR with Aspas. 2Game Esports playing Crew. Even with a sub, if they don't have their full roster, I think Crew takes this one. Like I said, don't know much about 2Game Esports. I do know like their best player was some 16-year-old kid who isn't quite 17 yet, and so he can't even play. So they'll be playing with a stand-in still on the roster, but it's just because like I think it's their duelist can't play. So there's that. Let's go ahead and just do the lower round 2 here. We got Loud G2. I mean, there's not much to say here. I think Loud is better than Furia. I don't think they're better than almost any other team here in the field. So, and G2 has got to be one of the top contenders to go to Bangkok and probably to go to champs at the end of the year. So this one's going to G2. We got MIBR Crew. Oh man, once again, if Crew had their full roster, this would be so different. They'd probably still be in the upper bracket, man. But I'm just going to assume from what I hear, they don't have their full roster. They're playing MIBR with Aspas. They're in the lower bracket. Aspas is going to pop off and he's going to carry MIBR over Crew here. All right, let's go up to the upper semis. We got a banger in EG and Sen. We got Ye looking good, looking fresh. We got Sen looking good with a win over Aspas. I think just as a team overall with kind of their structure, I know they're like switching roles and they're putting John QT on the initiator. It's going to be like a little bit of a different role for him to be calling from. I still think that they'll be better than EG in this game, and I think Sen take this one. We got NRG Lev here. Lev's good. We got Aspas maybe holding a little bit of a grudge against Lev in this match. It might be kind of cool to see that. What am I saying? Aspas isn't on NRG. Take it all back. Take it all back. We might see something down lower. NRG. We got Finesse. We got Som. The GOATs. I think easy they take this win over Lev. All right. There's not really anything there. Here we go. Here's the match we're talking about. Before we get there, let's get to this lower round 3. We got EG G2. Ye's looking good, but I think G2 just that core is so good together. And I think Jog will beat out Ye, especially in this meta. It's going to be such a Raze meta, I think, that, yeah, I don't think that EG will be able to pull off the upset against G2 here. And G2 goes on to that lower round 4. We got Lev and MIBR. Here's the grudge match that Aspas has been looking for. I think he just goes crazy. I think he diffs Demon 1 in just the most absurd way. I think MIBR get this win. And then we got this G2 MIBR in the lower semis. This is going to be a banger. We got just Brazil against NA. I just think that there's just better cohesion with the team. I think G2 is going to pull this out, just a better structure overall. I think G2 pulls this one out, and Aspas is not going to Thailand. So, now we get into the good stuff. We got the upper final. We got the lower final left. with this upper final, Sen NRG. I think it's going to be great. But like I said, FNS is just kind of the go IGL. I think that, and just his calling, we know Haven's in the map pool. That's kind of his bread and butter. I think NRG takes this one over Sentinels, and Sentinels goes down to the lower final. Then we have a classic in Sentinels versus G2. Traditionally, I would have gone Sentinels. Right now, I think I lean G2. Like I said, just that team chemistry they've had for so long since they were the guard is just going to be just vital for what they do here. Sentinels, I think, is going to get better as time goes on, as they try and slot people into these new roles. But yeah, I think I got G2 here. I think the two teams going to Bangkok are NRG G2. We got a rematch, what we had in the upper quarters. But what we see a lot of the times is that the rematch goes to the loser. And because of that, I'm going to go the opposite, and we're picking NRG to win the Americas Kickoff tournament. That's my bracket for the VCT Americas 2025 Kickoff tournament. Think you're smarter than me on these pick'ems? Let me know in the comments who you think you have winning. Obviously, I have NRG. We'll see what happens. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.